different numbers of bones, different shapes. So of course it is not surprising that all the way that the way that we move and create the yoga shapes will be very different for each one of us. So that's the exciting journey really to be on and see what works and how our bodies work individually and into their unique forms. That was so. Let me welcome you first of all again. That's kind of like a random ramble there from me.
Cheers.
We're going to start with a breathing exercise after a few stretches, just to kind of like warm up our body and our lungs, and before we start breathing more.
Just thought I just yawned.
Purposefully, and to wake up.
Your recording is... Oh, it's gone off now.
It has gone.
Sort of flashing like that, and then it's...
Oh, that's probably, like I can still see it from this side here, hopefully.
Yeah, it was going. Is it alright?
I hope so. I mean, I can't see myself. I can just see the clock, the time going.
It's black from this side. Is that normal?
Don't worry.
Is it? Do you see it? Like, have you seen it in previous weeks? Was it there or not? Has anyone noticed?
You came up and had a look,
just-
didn't you?
I
through-
can't.
Yeah,
I don't
it
know
was
what I'm
just
looking at.
normal that you'd expect to see through a camera, and I just saw it when it first started, and it was like flickering.
Well, it looks like it is recording. I get a bit red flashing
You
light,
should
and I
see
get
the
a number.
picture, Laura.
I don't see that. Never do. So to me, it looks like it always does.
Okay.
Have faith. Have faith.
Oh,
Yes.
Maybe it's
can I
those
do it
energy.
again?
Oh, really?
So when you find before we're going to start, I would like you to find a seat. If you're sitting on a chair, then please move away from the support at the back.
Oh, you beastly.
You're sloppy.
So you're going to do the same, and like when you're sitting on the floor, you can do the same, like just wriggling gently, finding your sitting bones, and allowing your spine to be nice and long. And with a little bit of rocking from side to side, you might allow your spine to lengthen. And at this point, you can close your eyes or lower your gaze, and then allow that rocking, once you've found a nice length in your spine, allow that to calm down and find stillness. Allow your hands to rest gently on your thighs. And take a moment to check in with yourself. Notice your environment, like the room we are in, with its sounds. Sounds of my voice and sounds from each other. And I'm inviting you today to stay with the sensations that are coming from your own inner world, from your own body. And we start to bring our awareness in towards the inner world. Start by noticing your mental activity. Just noticing the way that your thoughts come and go, the topics they might bring, and knowing it's the nature of the thinking mind to produce those thoughts, and allow those to be there, but to take a backstage and know that when the class is over, you can take actions and all the important thoughts and lists will come back. Then check in with your breath. Allow that to be your companion and change your perspective into observing your breath. Notice each inhalation and each exhalation. And then notice the whole of your physical body. How you're seated on the ground or on the chair. And how your whole body posture is feeling right now. If you can already sense any areas that might be of interest to keep an observational eye on throughout practice today. And then let's allow your hands to drift next to your body, either dangling off the chair on the side or touching the ground beneath you, beside you. And then turn the palms up, and we're going to marry movement and breath by inhaling and taking the arms up towards the ceiling. And then turning the palms again and exhaling, bring the hands down towards the floor or next to your body. And then turning the palms again, inhaling to take the arms up. And then turning the palms and exhaling down. And next we're going to take our gaze up with the palms, inhaling and taking the gaze up towards the ceiling. And then turning the palms and allowing the gaze to drop in the space in front of us. Inhaling, reaching up and look up. And then turning the palms, exhaling, dropping the gaze back down. And then allowing the hands to sit on the floor or dangling by the side. Inhaling, taking the right arm up, and on the exhale, take your right hand on your left shoulder and look over your left shoulder. And pause the movement here for a moment, inhaling and exhaling. Starting to collect the information around your body. And then with the next inhale, take the arm forward again into your gaze and drop the right hand back down. Exhaling, and then inhaling the left arm up and take that onto your right shoulder and looking over your right. Taking a few collective breaths here, starting to collecting sensations around your body. Earmarking areas that might further attention and observation. And then inhaling, taking the arm forward, and exhale, bringing it back down. And now I'd like to move into the cleansing breath. And can I offer, before we start, as I'm going to talk through what we do, does anyone like a tissue just in case? We're going to take our inhalations and exhalations deep into the belly. And then we're taking an inhalation together to prepare, and on the exhalation we're going to snap the stomach muscles into the spine, in the area of the belly button, and that forces the exhalation out, and then we instantly release again, allowing the breath to draw naturally back in. So I'm just going to demonstrate it once. Yes, excellent. You've put something under your hips. I was going to suggest that.
Yeah, she's very tight here.
You can even try sometimes a larger block. Are you comfortable now?
Yeah, this is better than that, I think.
Okay. Lovely. And yes, because we want to be really as comfortable as possible for the breathing, so we've got more energy to focus on the breath. And as we're breathing in and out, you might like to start to bring your attention into your breath and into your belly. You can place a hand on your belly if that is useful. And the exhalation occurs like this. I'm just going to demonstrate for a couple of breaths. And as soon as you release the stomach muscles, the breath draws back in. And of course, as always, work with your own rhythm and your own breath. We're going to start the rounds together and taking an inhale to prepare. And before we do that, let's take 2 deep breaths into the belly to notice how it rises on the inhalation and flattens on the exhalation. Really drawing the breath deep down into the belly. On the inhale, the belly comes out. On the exhale, flattens. And then inhaling to prepare. And exhale, release. And if at any point this doesn't make any sense or doesn't feel right, you can stay with your breath and practice the inhalation and the exhalation deep into the belly. You can put a hand on your chest to notice which hand rises or falls if you like to observe. And of course, also if you feel lightheaded or anything like that, then return to observing the breath. Let's take the second round. Take an inhalation to prepare. And exhale, release. Take some resting breath. Notice any sensations. Use your tissue if you need to. And on this last round, you might like to explore with speed and shorten your rhythm of the exhalation, and might like to snap the stomach muscles a little bit faster together in short succession. But most importantly, work with your own rhythm. Let's take an inhale to prepare. And exhale, release. Take a couple of resting breaths, allowing the sensation to be acknowledged. And let's take 2 more breaths, releasing the hands down to the floor or next to your body. Inhaling, look up, turning the palms and exhale, dropping the gaze back down. And then turning, inhaling, look up. And turning the palms, exhale, taking the hands back down. And from here, if you are on the floor, you can remove all the props and your seats. We're coming into standing. You can challenge yourself by standing up without using your hands. And you can do the same when you're on the chair. Instead of pushing into the chair, stand up. And then put the chair aside, but we might like to use it later. And we're going to warm up in a similar way that we did before. I like this before Christmas because it is giving our face a little workout. So you might, if you meet up with friends, family, they might notice that you've been working out. You look all ironed out and beautiful complexion. So let's start with that. And also, I've forgotten to say, today I would quite like to work on our heart center. So the relaxation addresses that. And I'd like to show you a mudra, no, later. I was meant to do that earlier, so I'm sorry about that. I've got a bit mixed up. So let's start with our warming up our body, and I would like to include, as I said, the face. So if you make the shape of an O with your